Hello, everyone. Good evening, and welcome back to the Dire Bear Adventuring Company. For those of you just joining us, it is Saturday, which means it's time for another episode of the Stolen Cities. For those of you who are new, I am Alex, your Dungeon Master. To my left, we have Cross. That's directions. On my right, we have Venelin. Right below me, we have Ralocan. And right over here, we have the ever lovable automaton, totally not plotting to take over the world Grey Goose style, Jason.
He just wants to show you love.
You got the shit. And, in the spirit of a recommendation that Kristen gave me earlier tonight,
I mean,
oh yeah. Oh yeah. You okay there?
that was a lot more than I thought it was.
Attaboy.
It's fine. It's fine.
Sometimes
Three of us are
I forget how strong whiskey is.
three of us are drinking. Maddie's eating a metaphor. It's fine.
Did you say I'm eating a metaphor?
I have no idea what you're talking about. Previously in the Stolen Cities. Nella here has been banished back to his throne world. Vedran has returned to the land of the living and imparted on us quite a bit of extensive knowledge on the history of both the city above and the V series, which has birthed Jason. The party pled that when the Artemisians made their return to besiege New Manhattan, Vedran could essentially move the city above the water, thereby sparing the current occupants of what was Manhattan Island. And he argued that while such a feat would be possible, it would come at the risk of pretty much everyone on the island. For should the city fall, his vampires, the people who are here, who want nothing but peace between themselves and humans, would also likely perish, if not from the fall of the island itself, then from not being able to leave. Which has left the party in a bit of a moral quandary.
No moral quandary. It's just a precaution in case we don't do the thing we said we were going to do.
I love how the moral compass is flown out the window.
What was your plan for the Artemisians again? I remember you guys had a plan that kind of went out the window when Vedran said, you know what, fuck it, I'll fight it myself.
No, I don't think we have.
No, our plan
No?
has never been the Artemisians. Our plan has always been to go deal with Alzin.
That is
Yeah,
fair.
we wanted to stop Elzen because our priority was. Well, I guess it wasn't really much of a priority because it took us so long to get back to it, but we were trying to save the people of Madangard, even though they don't really deserve to be saved after what they did.
I have a plan, chat. I just need 2 trillion vampire stimulus. I'm already starting on the bullshit.
Here we go. Here we go.
Oh,
I can't kick you from this Zoom meeting, but if I could, I still wouldn't because I'd have to recalibrate the cams, and it's too much of an inconvenience. You are too inconvenient to properly discipline. In any case, V6, the Vanguard, informed you that Alzin has taken the opportunity presented by laying siege upon the Colosseum at the surface world to give himself a more defensible base of operations. And given that there doesn't seem to be any sort of ground way of assaulting the Colosseum without being besieged by his defense forces, that V6 and Vedran have given you a means of assaulting the Colosseum by air. He has given each of you, with the exception of Ral, a wingsuit. Cross and Venelin in the form of actual bodysuits, with Jason in the form of being equipped with V5, essentially giving him wings. It's
Pretty sick.
pretty sick.
Pretty sick.
He just got a cape that turns into wings on command.
Just another excuse to sell toys.
Hey, hey! Transformers lasted this long for a reason. And you know what? If I ever get to make toys of stolen cities, best believe I'm selling little baby Jason plushies. And then I'm selling full-size Jason action figures with little, like, other V-Series mini-cons that attach to Jason in some way or another.
I am
And a
all for
Ralakan
this.
t-shirt that says it's slimy because it's morning.
Yep, and like a little, like, breeding pool vat beer stein. It's like tinted green, so anything you put in it looks like breeding pool juice.
I was thinking like Nickelodeon Gak, only like
Oh yeah!
slime.
Oh
What's up, your
yeah!
sister?
The Big Shabuzi. Anybody remember the Big Shabuzi? You just have a bunch of celebrities sitting under a bunch of vats of slime. Man, I miss slime. I miss slime.
Anywho.
We need more slime. And from what I heard, a certain rogue just straight up jumped off the side of an island. Just pieced out and jumped off the side of an island.
I'm making sure that Cross doesn't actually jump, but is thoroughly harnessed together with Jason.
Now, are
Because
you
that's how you're
harnessing him?
supposed to do it.
Yes. So, you make sure that Cross is thoroughly harnessed to Jason's chest plate. To
Please make
ensure.
yourself
He's essentially in like the world's largest baby vest.
We're really doing this, aren't we?
It's the largest
Absolutely.
baby Bjorn.
Well,
Yeah, whatever that
And in
word
battery.
is.
Ral will also now jump off and Manta glide over.
Okay.
And once Cross is all harnessed up and ready, Jason's going to walk over to the edge and just kind of tip over and fall.
The moment you start falling, you can feel that cape begin to stretch and elongate. Parts of it attach to both of your wrists as well as both of your ankles, bringing them together and then spreading them back out to form a web of wires and cabling that seems to be picking up air and enabling you to actually properly glide.
Sick. Thank you, Vector.
Just really Batman Beyonding this shit right now. Man, that's what I need. I need a Terry McGinnis series. If I can get one thing from DC, it's a Terry McGinnis movie.
We got that. It was the Joker movie and it was fucking fantastic.
He's not wrong.
You are too inconvenient to properly discipline. Okay. Let's pretend that didn't happen. And you guys continue your dive through the cloud cover. And it's wet. It is very, very wet. I'm gonna need Ven, Ral, and Jason to each make dexterity saving throws.
Yeah.
Jason, you will have advantage.
Cool.
Wait, will I have disadvantage?
Why?
Vampire, daylight.
Ooh, that's right. You still have light photosensitivity. Right now, yes, you will not later.
Okay, so I rolled on this. There we go. Just post this out. I have too many tabs open.
Very glad that was at advantage because I rolled a nat 1, but I instead got a 16.
Woof. There. I got a 18.
Damn.
Don't fuck with natural flyers.
26. Not a nat 20, by the way. Nat 20 is 27.
You know what? I'm very okay with this.
See, it's because she's going for the fish flight technique.
Nah, fam. She stole your ornithology book that I think I gave you. So now she knows how to dive like a peregrine falcon.
How do you hunt from this high? Oh, it's nothing really exciting. You just fly around, dooby-doo, spot your prey, and tuck your wings and descend to 200 kilometers per hour.
Mmm. $240 miles an hour. Jesus Christ. You ever just want to dive at a third of Mach 1?
How dare birds, honestly.
How dare birds just casually dive at a third of Mach 1? In any case, as you guys make it through the cloud cover with a surprising degree of finesse, you guys almost immediately start to recognize New Manhattan. Well, Old Manhattan. And the first thing that occurs to you is that there is an absolute world beyond Old Manhattan. Old Manhattan looks minuscule from this high up, as you can see a massive sprawling second island right next to it, only barred from access by the destruction of its bridges. As well as a vast land to the west, just sprawling out as far as you can possibly see.
We must never go there.
It is very no bueno.
I just need to get everybody's shit together. Cool, great. However, you guys immediately recognize your target as this sprawling circular complex near the very edge of that island just east of Old Manhattan. It is lit up by a series of very bright, what look like electric lights, not dissimilar from those that you saw in New Manhattan. In fact, most of the area beyond Old Manhattan is lit up in this way, leading you to believe that the loss of electric power on Old Manhattan was not only isolated there, but very much intentionally kept from being spread back by the vampires. There are none of the barren wastes that typify the Old Manhattan landscape. There are dozens, if not hundreds, of beautiful sprawling buildings, some of them reaching up almost as high as the glass tower. Such that the Colosseum itself seems almost small by comparison, until as you begin to descend further, you guys come to a sense of the absolute scale of this place. It seems to stretch for about 2/3 of a mile in total length of the complex, with the Colosseum itself taking up about half of that space. There seem to be several areas where one would park vehicles of some kind, and you can see several of them parked in such a way. And there are dozens of guards, both along each of these lot areas and surrounding the Colosseum itself. I will need another dex save from each of you, as it is time for parachutes.
Okay. Is that with advantage for me again?
Yep.
Cool.
25.
21.
21.
21.
21. No, 19. I can count. 19.
You can do it, Maddie. I believe in you.
It's been a long day.
You two pull your parachutes, and Jason, you begin to descend into more of a falling stance as V5 immediately remeshes into a more parachute-like structure, with those 4 points immediately relocating them around and underneath your shoulder plates. So that web of cabling becomes a quite viable parachute for both you and Cross.
Beautiful. Truly ingenious. Thank you.
And you guys land very gently upon the roof structure. The roof looks almost skeleton-like, a dizzying crisscross of wiry metal cabling and beams that hold together what look like a much more fragile, though significantly more ergonomic structure, forming the soft curve of the Colosseum proper. While the lower roof looks very light, it looks thick enough that it could support most of your weight, though Jason's weight might be a bit suspect. The rest of you are rather light as it is.
Hmm.
So, what be the plan?
Did we land? Sorry, did you say that we landed near the Colosseum?
You landed on the roof.
On the
Okay.
roof.
Is there a way to get down from the roof into the Colosseum without having to get to the ground?
Make me a perception check, if you don't mind.
I can do that.
You better
Maybe.
be able to do that.
I got a 5, so maybe not.
No. The arrays of beams and wiring that make up the roof skeleton pose a bit of a challenge in terms of like actually mapping out a way down.
Well, while we're kind of trying to figure out a plan of attack, Jason's going to just make sure Cross is untied from him. Hope you enjoyed your ride.
Thank you. That was actually kind of fun.
Understood. Hopefully we can do this again. Now, I unfortunately am not quite sure if this roof could hold up my weight if I keep moving. I wonder if there's an alternative way for me to reach our destination.
Hmm. Well, they would have to do some repair work up here, wouldn't they? There might be a hatch somewhere.
Understood. Jason's gonna see if he can find any sort of hatch ladders up here or anything like that.
You may make me a perception check.
Right? A little bit better. 15.
Oh yeah, that's way better. You sort of make your way around, checking the landscape for any sort of movements around, and you notice what looks like a service hatch. Sort of right near the center of the roof. However, it is on the lower roof. Meaning it's not necessarily something that... It's not far from the wiring itself, meaning you could likely get down and get to it before the roof kind of like starts to buckle under your weight. However, it is something very clearly not intended for someone of such weight doesn't make any sense, but like the first thing I thought of was girth, and I really don't want to say girth. Language is stupid. You know what? Nope, that's... Yup.
Yep.
Yup.
I really should have just got something with ice. Oh lord.
Nah, fuck you.
Lord.
We're in this together. See this? I got this whole thing to get through. We're in this together.
In any case.
So there is a hatch. It's just on a lower roof, which
Yeah,
may
it's a...
or may not be designed to hold somebody of my mass.
Mass works. The mass is a good word for it. It's better than
Yeah.
girth.
Jason,
Yes, Cross.
didn't V6 say that with the help of V5 you can fly? You don't have to walk on the roof.
Jason's going through the records, seeing if it's either flying or gliding. Because if it's flying,
Before you can even finish parsing through the records, V5 sees what you're doing, and you can immediately feel the cape that you are wearing almost split in half and reform upwards into what look like a pair of wings.
well, that answers that question. Thank you. Do not worry about me. And Jason is testing out those wings, just to like maybe do like a 5 or 10 foot sort of hover.
You, for context, standard winged flight rules for humanoids applies. You have flight speed equal to your standard movement speed. You cannot end your turn in the air.
Gotcha.
If you end your turn in the air, you will fall. Or, yeah, would be the proper phrasing.
Or superhero landing.
Rexianese harder than working in retail.
Right then.
Well, there does seem to be a hatch just down below on the lower roof. If you all could make your way, we can see if this leads somewhere a little bit better.
Hey, Rotten. Rao, Venlin, if you could just help point me in the right direction.
Yeah, you will notice that Cross seems a bit aimless here. Something kind of important is that this is not earth. This is not soil. This is not concrete. This is not stone. This is not anything that Cross has really walked on before. And as such, he's having a very difficult time sort of parsing the area around him. You've noticed as he's walked around that he has always displayed a sort of sense of where he is. And you can kind of tell from the way that he looks around and the way that he walks and positions his feet that he is not in his element at the present moment.
I sort of like tap my what do I have on me? I think I actually have something like this. Surprisingly enough. Um, yeah, you know what? I like tap my one of my arrows on like a tinderbox that I have just to like make noise.
Okay.
Just like try to follow that. Just tink 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 tink.
Hmm. Okay.
And when Cross gets close enough, I'll kind of like put a hand on his shoulder very gently, just like I got you.
Put your hand on my shoulder. This is the cost of having someone musically inclined as your DM. I'm so sorry, everyone. Are you okay?
I'm okay.
You want me to have one with you?
No, trust me. You don't want to have what I just had.
What did you just have? What?
Came up.
Ah.
So that shit
Mmm.
hurt.
Mmm.
That hurted.
I will pour one out for you, lad.
TN Kid, how you doing?
Oh.
So, you guys open the hatch. Who's going down first? Or rather, does anybody want to look inside before you go down?
Oh,
Maddie, we cannot hear you.
Yes, I would. Like to look first before just entering some unknown area.
Cool, wonderful. Everybody can make me a perception check, with the exception of Cross, because, you know, tough noises.
Fair enough.
All right. That is a 20.
15.
Da 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 da.
You said perception?
Perception.
That's an 8.
Oh no. Venelin is still very windswept from just jumping off the side of an island with no instructions.
I mean, sure, but it was fun.
I mean, of course, but if this is how your perception's going to be for the rest of the
I
session...
don't have a very high perception to begin with. She was not kitted for perception.
She was not kitted to be smart. She was kitted to be dexterous.
Yep, pretty much.
You just remind me of a friend who said, I can be a good rogue or I can be smart. Pick one. But okay. So, sorry, Jason and Ral, what did you roll?
I rolled a 15.
Oh, gotcha.
I rolled a 20.
I keep forgetting I can put the game log over here. Love that. It's great. Thanks, D&D Beyond. So, Ral, you immediately see a ladder heading down into another maze of beams and wiring that seem to hold up the roof before dropping downward into the Colosseum proper. You can make out in the center of the room the teleporter that you guys so graciously disabled the last time you were here. However, you can also make out several crews of people, presumably vampires, that seem to be working on the teleporter, presumably in an attempt to get it back in a state of operation. Jason, you focus your vision on the sort of exterior bits of the Colosseum, where you note that it seems to be divided into 4 levels. There seems to be that ground level where the teleporter is, as well as a secondary floor, a mezzanine, and a top floor. This place looks as though it was used for some kind of like sporting event of some such. There are seats lining pretty much the entirety of all of the levels, with the exception of the mezzanine, which looks to have been kind of like carved out and had its seats removed so that it could be used as a proper guard post. You can see several makeshift battlements and other sorts of things, essentially to be used to give anyone walking through there a sight line of the center area. You can see several rooms on each floor that seem to radiate outward into further areas of the Colosseum.
Okay.
Regardless, this place is an absolutely sprawling complex that is crawling with guards. Lots and lots of
Hey.
them. They're everywhere. However, you can make out a service exit, rather, two service exits. One on the far side directly in front of you, and one on the far side directly behind you.
All right. Jason will definitely let that be known to the party at a lowered volume. Um, there definitely does seem to be guards all over this place. 4 floors, and we'll go into detail about each floor until somebody stops him. Um, but we'll also describe where the exits lie. So, where shall we make our first move? And just to confirm, because there was sirens outside my window, um, the teleporter was on the first floor.
The teleporter was on the ground floor, yes.
Okay.
You can see several people who you would presume to be technicians working on the control panel, presumably to get it back in working order.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
If we could try and find out maybe where Alzen's hold himself up, or maybe take out those guards so we could have a bit more of a easier time getting around.
Understood.
The question is, how do you want to take this?
Hmm.
I mean, we could work our way from the top down.
It would be less noticeable.
Agreed.
We should probably be as quiet as possible, though. If there's as many as you say there are here, we're very much outnumbered.
Jason turns his volume down to the lowest minimum without going mute.
I can also disguise myself as well. So, in the event that we may or may not get caught, I can make myself look like someone we might have already taken out.
Cassidy.
I just, hon, no, I'm not gonna. No,
I think you'd make a great Cassidy. I don't understand what the problem is here.
I do not possess the equipment in order to portray myself to be a person of that stature, as it were.
Isn't that what we have magic for?
She drives a hard bargain there, pal.
Hal doesn't want to be a woman.
What's wrong with being a woman, Spaz?
There's absolutely nothing wrong with being a woman. 2,000% nothing wrong with being a woman. Val doesn't want to be particularly. Val doesn't want to be a woman when he could just find a local bad guy and just pick
My
him.
dear,
Ral
I know,
not
I'm just
want-
busting your chops.
Ral not want stacked vampire GF.
No, Val does not want a stacked vampire GF. No, Val wants a stacked vampire GF. He doesn't want to be the stacked vampire GF.
Either way, pretty sure Alzin knows she's dead,
Oh, he definitely knows
Oh
she's
yeah.
dead.
Oh
so
yeah.
probably not a good idea.
Oh, he definitely knows she's dead. Oh, he definitely knows she's dead.
Yeah. Also,
You know,
it's your
something.
girlfriend. I'm Cassidy.
If you are going to disguise yourself as someone, I would say maybe try to. I guess when we take out a guard or two, it might be good to just pick up like a disguise.
That's kind of the idea.
Disguise yourself as Cassidy. What could possibly go wrong?
Do you want the short list or the long?
No, trust me, she's well aware of what could go wrong. And it's mostly because you couldn't act like Cassidy to save your life.
You're not wrong. 2,000% not incorrect.
So who is it then being suggested that we say we are?
Ian.
Ian Halsey?
Batting guard people.
I'm sorry, are we I just need to
So,
who are we trying to fool?
Alzin.
Okay.
But
I
someone
still
like
think you might have better luck masquerading as random Mook number 47.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Something that you will notice almost immediately is that the majority of the guards are wearing uniforms consistent with Manning Guard's old police wing.
Who would have guessed? I mean, most of the police wing knew Venelin as Val.
They also would know that you weren't there.
Yes, but Venelin is known for disappearing for long amounts of time.
Yes, she is.
So she could just show back up and be like, "Hey, so I've been gone. What's good?" And then I don't even have to pretend because that's actually just written as part of my background because I took the Faceless from Baldur's Gate, which means I have dual personalities.
Nerd.
Yep.
That could work.
I feel like it might be a little bit less complicated than trying to do something else. But I, of course, will acquiesce to what the party would like to do.
as long as I'm not turning into Cassidy.
Well,
No fun. You are no fun.
we at least have you two down for, like, potential disguises. If we can get a hands on a uniform, he can disguise himself as one of the guards. You can be your other self. That leaves Jason and Cross to being. Yeah, I'm not sure how that's gonna work. I think we might just be I might be better off just sneaking around with and Jason.
Waiting
Sound
in the
good?
wings, as it were.
Yeah.
I know what I said.
Okay.
I might need more.
Might.
Well, I've been drinking it on and off for like the past week.
Fair.
Anyhow.
Well, if that's the case, I will keep a sharp eye on you, and I will wait in the sky. If anything were to happen, I can always swoop down and at least lend my help.
Swoop.
Swoop.
Dive. Please use dive. I don't like swoop. Bird swoop. Fish dive.
Specifically, swan dive down.
You had to mention swan.
It's a bird. Why would you do that?
Swans dive.
Okay. So stealthy approach. Probably should sneak up on one of those guard posts. And
And actually, Venolin, Relicat, if you do need my services, just look up in the sky and flash some sort of hand gesture. And he holds up one of his hands, the one that has like the glove on it, and he just kind of does like a random finger generator of sort of this.
Venolin is just going to attempt to recreate that, and I don't know if she succeeds. Mostly because I don't know if I could contort my hand into that shit.
Obligatory, everyone roll a d20 to do an okay emoji.
Bet. Here we go.
Here we go.
18.
That's a 14.
That's a half solid okay emoji.
6.
To be fair, Cross couldn't see it.
Yeah, so his hand's just like,
He's just doing what. Yeah.
Weak I am. Oh, right. I forget that I'm a vampire somehow. I could also, mind control.
Ooh.
Yeah, but how often can you use that?
Doesn't really say how often.
wonderful.
Oh, wonderful. You can just mind control people.
Yeah, no matter what they say, no matter what I make them say, they'll believe it. Like, Light Chicks was amazing.
Ew.
Casual reference.
The worst Hellsing abridged reference. The most cursed Helsing Abridged reference. And there's a lot of cursed ass Helsing Abridged references. But you had to pick the worst one. White Chicks was amazing. Really.
See, and he believes it.
Ugh. You are too inconvenient to properly discipline.
That's the.
I'm just keeping a list. Don't worry, we'll get them later.
I'll just kick him one time for each of these later on. Yeah. That sounds about white.
Oh fuck me.
Not today. Well,
Oh god. Okay.
so I take it you guys are descending to the upper level.
I will be ascending to the sky level.
You're already in the sky.
Well, higher.
You're already like at the highest point in the building without leaving the building.
Well, I'm gonna stay there.
Okay. Sneaky sneak, I guess.
Yes, indeedery. So, each of you that is descending to the upper level, I will need a stealth check. Okay.
15. Wait, hold on. I want to argue that I would get advantage on this.
Why?
Vampire descending into a place of darkness.
It's not necessarily dark. It is like lit.
You know what? I will hold that. Never mind.
But because it's not natural daylight, you are not disadvantaged by it.
Okay.
16.
Wonderful. And Cross.
22.
Ooh. Ooh. Uh-huh. Okay. You guys descend into the upper level relatively unseen. You guys track the guard's progression through the upper level, as it is the least guarded of the 4 levels. And manage to get yourselves into an area where there isn't too much guard presence. This room seems to look more like a storage facility, but the only really open space being a very thin path from the entrance of the room to the ladder that you would use to get to the rafters. There's a lot of stuff in here. It seems to mostly be rations as well as ammunition, such as arrows and crossbow bolts. There are the occasional bits of clothing in here, but nothing that would constitute a uniform or a proper disguise. It's mostly like undershirts and those sorts of garments.
Okay. Is there going to be a patrol of guards coming by this way? Alex?
Yes, there will. It is a circular structure. The guard's path is fully circular. They do take full rotations.
Okay. Then perhaps then we should lie in wait for the next round of guards, beat them in the back of the head, knock them unconscious, and steal their uniforms. My brother's cat came down to check out what I'm doing.
What's Jarnick's cat doing here?
Hang on.
Are you gonna bring the cat on stream?
Son of-
Good.
Is it time for more stream cats?
I got up to show the cat off and she ran back upstairs.
Oh,
Damn, no more stream cats. We need more stream cats. Tim, I need you to get a cat.
To be fair, they just took her out of the onesie to protect her stitches, so she's kind of just hyper and running around. So
Fair enough.
Guess we'll find a place to hide and
Okay. You guys sort of take a look around quickly, and this building seems to be, well, this sort of like makeshift room, more or less, seems to be the closest, like, real legitimate hiding spot for a while before getting to a flight of stairs that seems to head to the next level down. However, while you were watching the rotations, you didn't see any of the vampires actually enter this place to check on it. So you're pretty sure this room is relatively safe, at least for now.
okay. Well, gentlemen, what's the plan?
Yeah, that would kind of be a question.
I could set up a bomb here in the supply closet.
Are we sure explosives is the way to go? I feel like that might attract more attention to us than we're willing to take on.
Yeah, just get in, quick, boom, get out. It'll be a fun adventure. 4 hours later, half the party's dead.
Yeah, real fun adventure, Spaz.
could lure them in here and, well, feel a bit less messy out in the open. And all we had to do is just maybe make a noise, and that might deviate them into coming into here and checking.
Could do that. We just need one group after all.
Yep.
Very bad feeling that this is going to escalate horribly.
How could it possibly escalate horribly?
You see,
We
now
just,
you
need,
said
we
that.
just need one group. We just need one group. 15 groups later, where did these guards keep coming from?
You wouldn't know anything about that.
Honestly.
You wouldn't know anything about escalating people coming in to check on places that they shouldn't, right, Tim?
No comments.
What
What happens on the space station stays on the space station. Just stay out of the kitchen, and everything will be fine. Anyhow, okay, so
He's confused.
Hello, Canadian bacon.
It's just him.
Welcome, Taylor.
we could just make a bit of noise, lure them in, and we beat the living hell out of them.
Well, it's better than nothing.
I have the perfect noise to use.
Ralakan, when you tell me you have the perfect noise to use, it fills me with fear and trepidation, but do it.
Alexa, play Empire State of Mind.
No. I've got one yes. Anyone else in favor of me doing the noise?
Oh, absolutely.
Was that the noise?
That was the noise. If
You can sneeze on command? That sounds like the stupidest skill I've ever heard of.
Spaz.
What a superpower.
That sounds like the dumbest
Spaz.
superpower.
it worked.
Spaz. Agnostic Medina. I'm almost angry that after nearly 10 years of having known you, I didn't know you could do that.
Oh my god.
And I wish I never did.
Oh.
Don't you just love when friends learn about friends in D&D?
It's my favorite thing to do in crowded places. It's, oh god, why is everyone paying attention to the random person sneezing? Is my life that boring? I don't know. Let's walk away from the person with the mysterious illness. Can't do that now because I don't go outside.
Mood.
Man, I miss going outside.
I
But
miss
yes,
places.
I have learned to control my sneezes when I'm not sick. To the point where I can recreate a very loud fake sneeze.
I cannot believe that your superpower, Spaz, is the ability to sneeze on command.
Well, I have another superpower, but it doesn't create sound, so I can move my head in a circle without touching it.
So you've been possessed by the devil and you're part of the exorcist.
Alexa, play Call Me By Your Name. Song slaps, by the way. Stream that.
Oh god, I'm sorry. I'm not, but I still need to have the answer to the important question. Did it work?
Yes. No sooner than you hear one of the guards start to pass by the room, Cal, you let out your seminal noise.
To the absolute utter confusion of the rest of the party, thinking you just blew our cover and this is not actually the noise you were intending to make.
No, I just give them the thumbs up. Like, no, this is part of the plan.
Okay. So,
I'm sorry.
Like, I want you to know that Venelin just very quietly mouths, "What the fuck?"
It's all part of the plan.
She's just, she just leans in and whispers, "Your plan sucks."
I hear people walking. It worked.
Sucks.
Why did this work?
Because you are.
I am a treat.
that's one word to describe it.
Bitch, I'm adorable.
Bitch, you're too inconvenient to properly discipline.
That's 4.
Oh, Spaz.
Oh god. I'm just glad I remembered to take my headset off. Otherwise, I would have blown all you.
So, how are we positioned here? There's like a very thin line from the door to the ladder. So I'm assuming that you guys are in different positions on your way there. So who's at the door?
Venelin would be hiding next to the door with with her crowbar in hand, ready to beam the first guard that comes through the door.
Robot?
Yes.
Damn.
Half-Life now.
We Half-Life now.
And Ral would be closely behind her just in case that there's backup, and I just and I possess them, I guess. Compulsion.
I'm not gonna lie, you're doing this, and I'm just like, when did you become an illithid? Hello?
Well, no, illithids are like.
No. Friggin' Spaz is just a head crab now.
Oh no,
What?
he's possessed by devouring intellect.
Bold of you to assume I had intellect.
That's why I said possessed.
I mean, I know you don't got discipline.
It might be just a good idea to have Cross just sort of being out in the open to distract them.
Okay. I will
From
be
you guys
right
sneaking
back
up.
as my food's about to be here.
So in the meantime,
God damn it, Spaz.
Love you, Spaz.
I hate the fact that we got into this mess without even having a plan about it.
well, this was absolutely a brilliant idea.
No,
I
it
see
isn't.
nothing wrong with this.
There's nothing wrong with it. I just kind of wish we had more of an idea of what the hell we're doing here.
Well, we're
Details
trying to
are
find Alzin, but right
Yeah.
now we're trying to get guard
Yeah.
uniforms for the rest of us so that we can walk through significantly more unmolested.
Yeah. Which is actually a good idea. I think I'm a
Yes,
bit
so-
short to be a stormtrooper, but I think I'll just stick to the shadows around you guys.
Well, I mean,
That's okay. I'm a little bit too female to be a stormtrooper. I don't think they're gonna fit in the armor.
Figure out
Well,
how to get to
there's the-
Alzin without like
no,
attracting.
hold on. There's the New Order stormtroopers. They don't discriminate.
True, true. I mean, one of the most badass uh generals
Captain
thus
Phasma.
far was played by the same woman who played Brienne of Tarth in Game of Thrones.
Mm-hmm.
She was badass.
Absolute unit of a woman.
Yes, absolutely.
Of a person. Forget woman. Let me correct myself there. Hold on.
Absolute unit, full stop.
I hear my brother screaming. Something happened in Ark.
If you're going to get snacksinated.
Comida.
Okay. So, Venlin, you hear the lock click on the door, and it swings outward as a guard enters the room. You may make me an attack roll at advantage.
Okay.
E.
Okay. I'm attacking with advantage with a crowbar.
Supply closet.
Oh god, I don't think a 13 is gonna hit him.
Unfortunately, not.
Just my luck. I'm trying to bean the guy who learned from Ian Halsey.
But does he know? Does he notice you miss?
At a 13, yes. At something low enough, you could make an argument that he doesn't notice. But at a 13, yeah, he notices. You swing out, and he almost immediately reacts and dives under your swing.
Is there a partner?
No.
Cool. I'm just going to. It's this. Just kind of like grab his face and stare into him. To cast compulsion.
Okay, do it.
He or she needs to make a DC 17 Wisdom saving throw.
That is a fail.
Compelled beings usually follow instructions given to them by the best of their ability and are willing subjects to the vampire's bite attack, which I'm not going to do. Some species of naturally occurring herbs could prevent this compulsion. So I kind of like give everyone the thumbs up and say, "Got him."
Have him tell us where Alzin is.
Where's Alzin?
He's holed up in the basement, underneath the teleporter.
Is there a quick way to get down there?
The service hatch is in the rafters or in the mezzanine. However, it's heavily guarded.
Do me a favor, and I draw a bomb on on a rock that's nearby. Try to take someone's shift and take a break around 5 minutes, 4 after you take their shift at the mezzanine, and make sure you leave quick.
One of the first things you notice about this guard is that this guard is very noticeably human. They have not been turned. And as you sort of like hold their head as you compel them, you can almost feel the blood rushing through every part of their body. It smells great.
You know what? I scratched the runes off. Go get us uniforms. Knock 3 times.
He simply nods and wordlessly leaves the room, closing the door behind him and locking it once again.
Oh,
You're right there, Relican.
I almost took a drink.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess you would have to, wouldn't you? At some point.
Too soon.
Hmm.
I have to see if I can't sustain myself with fish or bird. Maybe
So,
pork. Pork
not
sounds
all
good.
of them are vampires?
No, lots of them are human. Maybe.
Which means Alzin hasn't turned all of them yet.
Thankfully.
Which means maybe they could be reasoned with?
Well, if Vedran has proven anything, it's that even vampires can be reasoned with. Apparently.
I was more thinking about the human population that maybe try to save as many of them as possible.
Well, it certainly wouldn't hurt.
I guess it would just depend on how many are actually under that mind control thing vampires can do. If they're under any sort of control. They might still be thinking that Alzin's leading them to somewhere great.
It's possible.
Well, I guess if Alzin's leading them to the city, I guess that's something, but not for the purpose of what Alzin wants, though.
No. Okay. Well, I guess we're waiting until the uniforms come back, so.
Mm-hmm.
Jason is staring intently at the storage door. Kind of concerned seeing as how that guy got pulled in, and not long after he goes out perfectly fine. So he's just kind of waiting.
After about 5 minutes, you guys hear 3 knocks at the door.
Alright. I tell him to open it. And
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like give Rowland "we're okay" hand gesture. Or Jason, not Ral. I'm Ral. Hi, how you doing?
Um, that hand gesture was if you need anything. So do you do that?
No, 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 no.
He comes in with 3 uniforms, 1 for each of the humanoids. He says, none will fit him.
We have Streamcat.
Oh, yeah, we got Streamcat.
Lovely.
I'm sitting down. The cat doesn't want to stay on my shoulder, in my arms. The cat likes to.
Amazing.
The cat likes to be held as long as you're standing.
Hmm.
Delightful.
It's my brother and his wife's cat. Alex, Tim, Spaz, Lucas. Told you this before I came up for dinner.
Oh boy.
All right. So sorry. Where were we?
Something about uniforms don't fit.
Oh, who do the uniforms not fit?
The uniforms are fine for you three. The guard immediately notices Ral looking up into the rafters and goes, "None will fit him."
You are going to forget that there was anything up there.
He once again nods wordlessly.
So I'm gonna turn to the party. So we've got two choices: mezzanine and maintenance.
Well, is maintenance going to be more or less crawling with guards?
Answer her question.
The majority of the guards are either in the mezzanine or in the basement. However, there are fewer guards in the basement, though the ones in the basement are all vampires.
We can handle some vampires. So so then I guess it is my understanding then that the best route is going to be going through the maintenance like the maintenance area? Theoretically?
Yes, there are fewer guards, so they are tougher to kill.
Okay. Then maintenance it is.
Okay, so you guys don. I take it you guys don the uniforms.
Yep.
Okay, so you take a few minutes to don your uniforms before heading back up into the rafters towards the maintenance hatch. It is a straight ladder down that leads down to the mezzanine, however, also leads directly into a flight of stairs, heading straight down past the lower and ground floors and directly into the basement. This looks like a guard's room. It looks very much like a room where guards would conduct a shift change. There's a small table in here where one would like lay their items, as well as a safe, presumably for weapons, and what looks like a sort of very crude computer. As such, you're almost positive that this place, if it is safe, will not be so for very long.
Okay. Then I guess we better be quick. How long does it take us to find an actual like pathway down into maintenance?
The pathway down into maintenance is actually rather short. However, getting down there quietly does take you a few minutes. I'm going to say about 10 minutes.
Maybe there might be a set of keys in here. Who knows how many doors might be locked?
Well, let's hope not too many.
You guys head to the door leading out into the proper maintenance hallway. To find that, almost as though somebody mistook my name for Murphy, the door out of this room is locked.
Okay.
I'm sorry. It made sense to think that, let's
Okay.
just-
Well, then I'm going to unroll my thieves' tools. I'm going to crouch in front of the door, and I'm going to attempt to pick the lock.
Give me a fat thieves tools check.
Yep. Trying to find the die that normally rolls well in my favor. There it is. Um, 15. Wait, no, not 15. Hang on. 18. Because I took expertise with thieves' tools, so.
You expertly pick this lock, although running into a small hiccup at one point where you nearly break into the process. And you open the door just a crack in order to get a sense of what's out there, to find two thralls walking through the hallway, more skulking than actually walking. It looks as though they struggle to maintain a bipedal walking gait, sort of hunched over as though longing to burst forth into a quadrupedal lunge. That typified the thralls that you had come across before on Old Manhattan. However, they do still seem to wear police wing uniforms. You have a feeling that these may have been turned against their will. Didn't hear what you just said.
Sorry, I'm using a keyboard that is significantly louder than my one at home, so I keep muting so that I can type so that it's not interrupting. Do Ralakan and Venelin recognize the thrall and who they were before?
You recognize them as being parts of the police wing. You'd seen them before, but not in any meaningful way so as to have formed a connection with them.
Okay. I thought for a second we might have to throw hands. I mean, we may still have to throw hands, but like, throw hands because how dare you touch our friends, not throw hands because, oh god, they're trying to eat us.
Pretty
Throw
sure
an
that
emotional
the
hands.
latter. They're gonna try to eat us.
Yeah, Tim, this whole Murphy's Law thing, this is your fault. So I don't want to hear it.
I've never even seen RoboCop.
I don't know who Murphy is, but he sounds like a bastard.
I'm just glad I'm not at the end of the stick for this one.
Of course, you're not on the end of the stick. You're too inconvenient to properly discipline.
That's 5.
Are these thrall appearing to be hostile towards us?
They sort of skulk past. They don't really see you. And the noise, while creaking, isn't enough to draw their attention.
Then Venelin is going to gesture for everybody to wait till they pass, and then we continue on.
Take it I can't see them from here, can I?
From that far back, unfortunately not.
Gotcha. Jason will be making like rounds, just kind of different angles to see if he can spot you guys, when you eventually do get out in the open. But yeah, don't know if I should make a perception when that time should come.
I had a strong feeling you're not going to be able to see us.
I probably won't.
Because if we're going to the control room that's underneath
That's in the
pad,
basement.
Mm-hmm.
that's in the basement.
Don't know what's in the basement.
No, you don't.
And I'm not coming down until you guys give me that hand signature.
That you can't see.
Should we go and get him?
We should probably go get Jason.
Okay.
Maybe he'll convert himself back into the convenient
Backpack mode?
backpack mode.
So if he has a backpack and then he turns himself into a backpack and I put on the backpack,
I guess it would be backpack squared.
Cross will go back up to get Jason.
Packs on backs on packs.
New plan, Jason. Could you follow me?
Understood.
Backpack mode, maybe?
Understood. Well, I did put on a little bit of weight. Do you think you would be able to carry me?
If anything, it might be good training.
Understood. And he will he's going to go into his like little compact mode and see if he can get Vector to V5 to wrap the mesh around him so it looks a little less like a compact robot and more like a mesh bag.
The moment the thought even enters your log, the cape immediately begins to coil its cabling sort of around you and around your arms and legs in such a way to give it a much more meshy kind of look. And almost immediately, you've got like a Swiss gear backpack.
Ooh.
Wonderful.
I like this whiskers.
Also, put Jason on and then climb back down the ladder.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I got him.
A very faint hello can be heard.
Okay. Then we continue on.
Mm-hmm.
DM.
You guys continue your trek through the circular area of the basement to find one of those same rooms that you guys entered the last time. It is significantly less full of bodies. And instead, you can see through the window on the door a couple of just kind of like lounging vampires. One of them seems to be drinking something that is definitely red, while the other seems to be looking at some sort of device in his hand. If you guys remember correctly, the control center for the basement was on the opposite end of the hall. Meaning, if you walk to the direct opposite side of this area, you're going to find where Allison is supposedly holed up.
Okay. Okay. I guess do we just proceed? Like just keep doing what we're doing? That's
Don't seem to be alert.
Yeah.
Entering this door would probably alert them.
that's fair.
But what they will do is they seem coherent enough to not be thralls. So
We did know about them being vampires down here. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
this was already known to us.
one of them's drinking blood. Maybe one of you can get a closer look at what they're fiddling with.
Is the is I guess I'm gonna call him this, my thrall, still following me?
Yes, they are.
Okay. I'm going to cast Disguise Self to make myself look as approximately as I can to the thrall, and I'm going to command them to return to their post, and should they be asked any questions, always point up, never down. So all of us are going to be going down, we want them going up on a Wild Goose Chase.
So, just to be clear, you're going in there.
Yes, I'm going in there disguised as
You're a thrall,
yes.
and you're gonna try and have them head up.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, no, I'm gonna have the thrall. Let me explain. So I'm gonna have the thrall go back to his post, right? And if anyone asks him where he was and why did he leave his post to get uniforms, it's just I saw something up. I got my uniform dirty. I wanted to get something. Just keep all eyes that are above us continuing pointing up.
He's trying to
Mhm.
essentially, in the off chance that his thrall gets questioned, all questions lead to the opposite direction we're heading.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I still don't understand the other part of this plan, but I'm excited to see where it goes.
Because
Good.
any such part of that plan would still require them to go out that door. You walk in, making sure that the rest of the party is not in a place where they would be seen while you walked in. And the one about to sip his blood stands up immediately to look at you. She's like, you know you're not allowed down here.
Honestly, I forgot. One too many bumps in the noggin.
And the other one kind of goes, hey. Fleshies aren't supposed to come down here. At least come down here and keep their... Hey! What? Look at them. When they turn you.
The other day, really, was not fun, but fun.
Either way, Poe's still in the upper level, right?
Yeah, I felt kind of thirsty.
Well, you can always head over the... Give him yours. What do you mean give him? I mean give him yours. You got plenty of straws from that hunt the other day. Give him yours. And he kind of just scoffs, rolls his eyes, and picks up his sort of stein of freshly heated blood. Says, yeah, drink up. You're that thirsty, you're gonna need it.
I do the smart thing. I put my hand, observe. Give it back to him to make sure my lips don't touch it. I'm hygienic.
Is that what we're calling it? Because it's cool if that's what we're calling it. But I mean,
All I needed. Thanks. I'm gonna be very honest with you guys. I'm making this up as I go along.
You think the rest of us
No
aren't?
kidding.
That's 90% of what D&D is.
I'm really trying to figure out how to get these guys to go up. I didn't plant the bomb.
I
Open the suggestions, because I got nothing.
You can just tell him that the person who found the robot Alzin's looking for is just standing around outside the door, and they'll just take us directly to Alzin.
I mean,
See, that's a terrible idea, and we should probably not do that.
you
Yeah,
shouldn't have
but I
led with
mean,
that.
it was also a terrible idea to steal a book from Nella here.
It was also a terrible idea to push that Baron guy out the window.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? He fell.
Yeah, Tim, what are you talking about? He fell.
Right, he did fall. Right.
Cross is accidentally showing his ass right now.
You know what? I'm gonna fully commit to this bad idea. Sorry, everybody. So
Hey,
What
there-
could possibly go wrong?
I'm all for it.
so Rao goes to the vampires. Can I actually meet him? I got a present.
present for the boss.
Yep.
Yeah, suppose you could. It's right on the other side.
Cool. Kind of looking around. Restraints? Anybody? Huh?
Restraints kind of present is this?
Uh,
Probably one of
2
the
feats
good
and
presents.
embossed.
What was that?
No, no, nothing.
Is he gonna wish we were here for the other thing?
Everything's
Had
fine.
anybody?
Everything's fine.
God damn it, Maddie.
That's a Falcon and the Winter Soldier reference, isn't it?
No, it isn't.
No, it's not. It's
You
so
fucking-
specific.
You fucking resonant and electrical. I hate it here.
No, Svet, I will DM it to you. Just continue, Alex.
Okay. I found 2 of the 3 things that he was looking for. You know, one of the escapees from the old place.
Which ones?
Fuck. The elf and the blind kid.
Blind kid's also an elf.
Could have fooled me.
Yeah, you're right. All these elf types look the same.
Racist.
I mean, all I see is me. I have to play the lines. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
It's fine. I guess Maddie's not the only one that ordered large meat lovers.
That was awful.
That was.
Don't worry. We're all awful here.
Agreed. I'm out.
What's this, number 6? I think this is number 6.
My man.
I hope everyone heard the comedic throw and landing.
I'd like to take this time to politely address the audience to remind you all to drink responsibly.
And if you haven't drank water today, drink some water.
Stay hydrated, my friends.
This is a threat.
Take care of yourselves. This is a threat.
Take care of yourselves. This is a threat. Take care of yourselves. I'm going to come over there and I'm going to give you a hug.
Oh
I'm
no.
warning you with peace and love and extreme violence.
Damn. Wrong character, but damn. Now I want Dalek to say that. Okay. Yeah. Where'd you put him? I mean, if you don't have him restrained, then what'd you do with him?
I kind of just like looked them in the eye. I kind of just like wiggle my eyes a little bit, just blink, blink. They stared.
Ah, you compelled them. Gotcha. Where they at?
How the fuck did you compel the blind boy?
Shh.
One needs to know.
They don't know that part.
Details. Who needs them?
Every lie should have kernels of truth. And just said you brought the blind boy and then said you used visual compulsion on the blind boy.
Digging a deeper hole.
Shh.
Looking
Listen.
for a little hope, but dig a little deeper.
No. Listen. You know it, and I know it. But these vampires seem kind of dumb.
Do they?
I mean, they're buying my bullshit.
Are they?
True enough.
They did so far. They
Okay.
fed me.
Okay. Take us to him and we'll bring you to the big man.
Okay. And I will lead the temporary vampire entourage that I've collected to the party and
Right
pounce
behind
on them.
The
And
party
just
that's
very to the real party, my actual friends that I very much love.
the
and I'm
party
just gonna-
that's dressed up like guards.
Actually, Cross isn't wearing a uniform.
Oh, true.
Just I caught this one sneaking around. Big brain plays.
Is that what we're calling it?
No, absolutely, it's a big brain play because you're a rogue, and it makes sense to be sneaky.
No, man, that's not big brain, that's just meta.
Yes, but they wouldn't expect someone in the party to turn you in. Why? Because these are grunts. They aren't a mastermind.
They are,
I
as we refer to.
hate how your logic is working out right now and the fact that it actually makes sense. Spaz, I want you to know that I hate it. I might
I'm
even
happy
go
you're
s-
making sense of this.
might even be going so far as to say I hate it here. Which I'm not gonna lie has probably been my favorite line you've ever said in my presence.
Oh my god!
It doesn't help that we've memed I hate it here into oblivion.
I know.
From making voice lines to making music with voice lines to syncing it up with other voice lines to
Yeah,
this is a certified I hate it here classic. Like dum ba dum ba dum. I hate it here. Man, you could bring your sound pad on here at some point.
I would prefer not to, because
Fair
I
enough.
still have to go in and re-edit the volume of the sounds for a lot of them.
In any case. Okay, let's go. So
So
they have you take up the rear as they sort of like hold on to Cross's left shoulder and Venlin's right shoulder as they walk you guys down to the other side of the hall. The other vampires give the three of you kind of like a, huh, when did they get here? It's like a very
I-
general, huh.
I very much before all of this had given them the just play along. This is totally gonna work somehow. You know.
Okay. Hopefully it will. Hopefully it will.
Wait for it to get burnt here. Because this next part's just a teensy bit important.
Just a small.
Just a small.
Got a question.
Yeah, what do you want?
After this next little teensy bit part, are we going to be cutting it? Or are we going to actually have a fight?
Ooh. It is in fact 9:15. That depends. I may start the fight this time. It depends.
Fair enough.
I might channel my inner Dragonborn barbarian.
Fam, people keep telling me that their characters in that campaign are their favorite characters they've ever made. I'm just like, yo, what the fuck? Why do you gotta gas me up like this? Like, Zach hit me with that the other day, and I'm just like, yo, what the fuck? Stop.
Bro, I mean, he changed his name back to Maximus Mordor.
I know.
Honestly, I wouldn't be opposed to running a game of time again.
Shit. 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 Now I have to do that.
Secondary party.
Would not be opposed.
God. You can't put that, you can't make me want that. Fuck.
I understand that you have life and things.
Yeah, but like Sundays, I'm almost always off. I'm almost never doing anything on Sundays. Which means my Sundays are almost always open for let's fuck around and play a game of time. I could absolutely say, hey, let's run our game from 5 to 8 and then the other one from 8 to 11.
That sounds like a lot of D&D that I don't want to put you through.
You forget how many games I used to run.
I do.
Man, I had like 6 concurrent games at one point. The fact that I've only got 3 now is kind of crazy.
Well, yeah, you have Lyft. You have Lyft.
I have Lyft.
You have Lyft.
No Uber, I got Lyft.
Yep.
Where the fuck did this woman go? To have a Chris Evans marathon? Damn, what does that say? This one's sponsored by Dragon Gaming Chairs. Use promo code SWONG for 10% off your next order.
Hey, dragon, not lizard. I don't do that tongue thing.
Use
Sit
promo
your chair.
code Force Cage. Use promo code Bucky for 5% off. Oh, what the fuck is this? What is this? I thought wearing the cap shirt was bad. This is worse. What are we matching now? Are we matching now? Is that what this is? God damn it.
What?
Well, what are you gonna have
Spaz, go get a Reinhardt hoodie now. Go take some of that money you didn't spend on Monster Hunter and buy a Reinhardt hoodie. Now that we're doing this, now that we're doing this.
It's the only sweater I grabbed to come home with.
Uh-huh. Yeah?
I
Uh-huh.
like my 76 sweater.
Yeah, and I like my Diva sweater. But you know what? It didn't mean we had to wear it at the same time.
We didn't even plan this either.
Nope, this is terrible. Man, now I gotta re-download Overwatch. I don't want to re-download Overwatch.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
Love yourself, Alex. Don't do that.
Hey, it's
Aw.
not
Okay.
League.
So
I haven't re-downloaded League yet.
Good!
we're being dragged to Alzin.
Yes.
They only have extra small.
You guys finally get to the door on the other side of the hall. Just, don't mind the headgear on the other guys. They've got a lot of hard work to do keeping the fleshies in line, you know. And, don't mind the boss man. He's been kind of jittery with all the new responsibilities since head honcho went out on the island.
Yep.
Ah, fuck.
And they open the door for you guys. There are a staggering array of computers lining the two far side walls of this room. And in between each stack of computers seems to be a person wearing what looks like some very bizarre headgear. They seem to be kind of hooked into the computers for something, though you're not sure for what. And at the far end of the room, you guys can see a large, lavish-looking chair, and somebody sitting in it, looking back at the far back wall, upon which a wide array of monitors seems to show security footage of the entire Coliseum.
Oh fuck. We may have done goofed.
We warned you taking him along wasn't going to be any good for you. And the chair swivels around to reveal the visage of Police Captain Isaac Crowley.
Oh, this is gonna be
It's your,
cathartic.
it's your boy.
Who are you again?
Oh, Cross. You sweetheart, you.
Crowley looks at Cross with this indignant, almost disgusted expression on his face, as though he can barely even look at him. Like,
So were you a vampire the whole time, or is this a recent development?
a reward for loyal service.
Your
Oh,
loyal service of letting the thing that he was looking for go?
Oh.
I'm actually kind of shocked that he hasn't killed you. You have to be the most incompetent person for a minion I've ever seen.
Oh.
And I'm blind.
How are the other vampires
Ouch.
sort of handling this?
I don't think there is just
oh
enough
my
ice
God.
left in the world at this point.
Holy
to save
shit,
him from
Cross just spitting facts.
Fucking savage.
Yo, are you sure you don't know vicious mockery?
Christ.
God damn.
Cross,
Mhm.
first off, have some inspiration for that one.
Well deserved.
But second off, oh yeah.
Mhm.
You can see a similar. No, the rest of you can see
Okay.
a similar sort of like container of blood at Crowley's side. One that he immediately places his fingertips at the opening of and sort of lifts up his hand. And you can see a small amount of the blood, barely enough that you would like gulp down, sort of lift from the cup. And as he shapes his hand, you can see it straighten out, coalesce, and harden into the shape of a spike.
Oh.
One which he immediately hurls at Cross.
Oh no.
I'm going to
gonna
spend a
catch
key
it.
point to deflect missile.
Oh, you know what?
All right, you know what? I'm glad
Yeah.
you spoke first because Venelin was about to make the sacrifice play.
I don't know. Let Raul do it. I'm a vampire. Who cares if I die?
Just turn around and let Jason take it.
I just love how everybody's like, no, not Cross, not the best of us spitting straight facts.
Sorry, that is not spending a key point. All I have to do is just use my reaction.
Literally, I just want to like, You really think that you should be killing this thing before they tell us where the robot is?
Give me that 1d10 plus 12 if you don't mind. To potentially negate this damage.
That is. Hang on. What's that? That's 20.
That fully negates the damage from the blood spike. You catch the blood spike an inch from your chest.
Wow. That was actually kind of clever. You know what's even more fun? And he's going to take his backpack and he's going to throw it at Crowley.
Excellent. I'm going to rage into him.
You know what? Can I? Okay,
Boom!
I'm assuming
You're not
this
dead!
is happening. While this is happening, I'm assuming like Spaz and Venolin are like, or Spaz, Ralakan and Venolin are like standing off to the side and just like listening to fucking Cross, like just eating popcorn and just, and they
Yo,
just watch
No.
that happen, and they're just like, "Oh, this is bad."
Yo,
No,
I
no,
love the image in my head of Cross throwing it and it just making the transformer noise. As Jason says, don't do that.
No, what I'm picturing
Yo,
is I've
I
got the
need
whole
that.
vampire squad. What I'm picturing is I've got the whole vampire squad just watching this, just like, yo, watch this. And just like, oh wait, I don't like you.
Yo, is there a world star in the future?
Yeah, that's an important question that I think we should leave for the chat to answer. Is there world star in the future?
You know what? Chat lore, is there world star in the future? Let me know.
Chat, comments, let us know.
Yeah, let us know in the comments. Is there world star in the future? Because that would mean there's hip hop for World Star to cover in the future. Which, to be fair, it's New York. I don't even think the vampires could kill hip hop. But, like. Oh, fuck me. Okay.
So
Cross,
I'm ready.
I will give you one attack before we roll for initiative.
Cross or Jason?
Jason.
Okay.
You're the one being literally yoked at the dude?
Yeah.
You did
Yep.
say Cross though.
Sorry.
Okay, and this ain't gonna be with any advantage or anything, is
Nope.
it? Cool. Big money, big
Boom.
money.
Boom.
22 with my great sword of wounding.
Okay. The hit definitely lands, though as it is silvered, it's not going to do any. As it is not silvered, it's not going to do any bonus damage.
Oh fuck, that's right. I'll make the change after. But either way, that is 11 points of damage, and he's going to have to make a. Oh wait, no, he's a vampire. He doesn't take necrotic, does he?
I actually don't remember. Give me a second. I actually have to look at the
I don't think they're immune to necrotic damage. I think they're just resistant.
Okay.
Nope. As an undead, necrotic damage just doesn't affect them.
Okay. Well, I made a mistake, but either way, he still takes 11 points of damage plus 3 fire damage because I literally spit fire.
I had to look at the race sheet I gave Ralakan for it. Okay, 14 damage in total. Okay. Now, question. As it is just past 9:30, do we want to start now? Or do we want to keep this until next week?
I want to keep this until next week.
Yeah, because
I'm in agreement. I don't like stopping combat in the middle of.
I
the
would be
middle.
inclined to agree. Okay, wonderful. So we're going to cut session off a tad early tonight. Bit unfortunate. Sorry about that, guys. However, combat getting stuck in the middle of episodes, not my favorite thing in the world. Not these guys' favorite thing in the world. So we're going to cut things off here for tonight. As always, we want to start by thanking our sponsors. First of all, D&D Beyond. That is a D, the letter N, D, Beyond.com. Oh boy, a massive repository for all things 5th edition, as well as a sprawling homebrew compendium to come off of or add to for a small subscription fee. We use their overlay prior to switching to Slavs. It's absolutely amazing. The newer campaign functions allowing a communal game log that allows you to see the roles of your players in real time is something I've been taking advantage of for this campaign for the first time, and it is honestly amazing. It's something that's really revolutionized the campaign system in D&D Beyond for me, and it's something that I don't know how I ever lived without. Second thing being Lucky Dice Cafe and Liquor Express. If you're in the Huntsville, Alabama area and looking to have some great live or virtual DMing experiences, especially with our head DM Heath, please head down to either of those two locations or hit them up to set up an appointment. Speaking of Heath, season 2 of the Troubleshooters, is that a thing yet?
Yes.
That started last week?
2 weeks ago. They didn't have session last week.
Yeah, right. Okay, so this Monday comes session 2 of season 2 of the Troubleshooters. We still in the 1920s?
As far as I know.
A wonderful little campaign set in the roaring 20s, not these whimpering 20s. Tuesday, World at War?
Yep. Still.
World at War.
The only answer I have is there's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on, just like the Call of Duty game, I guess. Wednesday, is JT still doing the thing?
I'm not sure if we have a DM at the moment to fill in on Wednesday. I know Decca and JT were talking about alternating. But
Okay.
currently Wednesdays are open, but Wednesdays may be filled temporarily with Otter and Heath playing through Baldur's Gate 3.
Ooh, that sounds fun. Thursday, session 2 of Maddie's new campaign, her homebrew, A Knight's 3?
I ran
Three.
game this week.
Yeah, you're right. I forgot. My brain
And
do
nobody
big
died.
Wonderful.
It's a Christmas miracle.
Anita made a friend with a black cat.
Wonderful.
Yeah, as a cat gotta be.
There was a lot of really, really good RP on Thursday with Monric, the mercenary turned squire.
Friday will be some much needed R&R for all of our DMs, and then Saturday we will be right back here with the Stolen Cities, as our party comes face to face with an antagonist they haven't seen in a long time.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really consider him a threat to begin with. He just seemed like a bitch.
I've seen couch potatoes more threatening than him.
Like, I'm sorry, Crowley, despite like the villain coding, literally just came off as a little bitch before he was a vampire. So, Venelin still kind of sees him like a little bitch. So, looking forward to seeing how that's gonna be proven wrong, and he's gonna, probably almost kill her because everything else has already almost killed me. So,
In any case, thank all of you for coming out and watching tonight. We hope to see you next week, and please remember, wear a mask, wash your hands, be kind to one another, and roar for initiative. Have a great night.